Well, it's great to have you along on this alert day for our Wednesday night. Continuing into Thursday morning, we're going to have some team coverage on what to expect and the impacts as this unfolds, but a pretty strong system that is going to bring some quick-hitting snow squalls into the area. Those are brief bursts of heavier snow. This is going to be after 7 p.m. and pushing through the area through about 11 p.m. and will be done by about midnight tonight. Some gusts over 45 miles per hour as that front comes into the area. So if you think it's been windy today, still the worst of the wind yet to come. Slippery, snow-covered roads and travel hazards will unfold tonight. So not much activity right now. We've got snow to the south, snow to the north and west, and that's the area that we're watching very close. That is the snow that's going to make its way into our area. Strong cold front is just pushing into Lake Michigan, and that's what's going to prompt some of those scattered snow squalls that will be incoming. And those are brief, intense bursts of heavier snow. Could result in up to an inch of snow in about a 30-minute period as that comes down. So don't be caught off guard by how quickly it happens. And speaking of how quick things happen, look at the changes that are going to unfold just across the Great Lakes region. I show this map as just a little bit of a jest on how we're missing out on what will be the worst of the winter weather. Winter storm warnings, all of western Michigan, wind advisories to our west, lake effect snow warnings. Northeast Ohio, yes, they're going to get hit again. Pennsylvania and into western New York, and a blizzard warning down there in West Virginia. And here in Northwest Ohio, no active alerts right now, but we're going to watch very close as those snow squalls do come into the area. We're above freezing, mid to upper 30s, but we're going to be dropping back below freezing as that snow does begin to fall. And it's going to come into the area between 7 to 8 p.m. west of Toledo. By about 9 p.m., it's going to be pushing a little bit closer to the Toledo metro. And those are those heavier bursts of snow. So they are going to come into the area as we go through the evening. They're going to be moving through the Toledo metro between the 9 o'clock hour, and then it's going to be exiting to the east over towards Sandusky, Perkins Township, down toward Norwalk. It will be exiting to the east before midnight, and a few of those streamers will come off of Lake Erie as we get into tomorrow morning. How much snow? It's not going to be known as a big snow maker. We're going to be looking at accumulations up to around an inch. Perhaps some higher totals to the west where we could come away with 2 inches of snow. So let's talk the impacts. Let's bring in meteorologist John Birchfield. And John, with the snow that's going to be flying tonight, be advised of how quickly, I guess, conditions will be changing.
Yeah, even though the snowfall map might not look super impressive, it's going to feel worse than it is simply because of how quickly the snow is falling, and also that cold wind going to bring a wintry 1-2 punch of impacts. So we're going to be talking with this Clipper system, bitter cold wind chills and also snow squalls that'll reduce visibility out on the roadways. Wind chills could drop down to the single digits between 0 to 10 degrees overnight, and roadways may be slick, especially after 7 p.m. this evening and continuing overnight and through the morning drive. As Chris pointed out, this cold front is not only going to kick up the wind, but also bring some very fast-moving snow showers that could accumulate rapidly. And with temperatures plummeting overnight, snow will stick a bit more easily. These are the wind chills that you're going to wake up to tomorrow. It is going to be a bitterly cold commute, and roadways may still be a bit slow going. That bus stop forecast, there certainly could be delays as a result of the slick road conditions. Temperatures will be in the teens at daybreak tomorrow. A few on and off snow showers possible through the early afternoon hours and into the evening could leave behind an additional dusting of snowfall. And even though the temperature itself gets up to 30, it is going to feel considerably colder when you factor in that wind. So the when to the impacts of this, 7 to 11 p.m., snow is going to be arriving, and it's going to come down quickly, even though generally the snowfall totals fairly light. Overnight tonight, windy with snow continuing, and that'll coat roadways as well as send those wind chills plunging down to the single digits. Make sure to have that heavy coat ready for tomorrow, and also the snow brush and the ice scraper, especially if you're parked outside tonight. There will be a blanket of snow on the car. Be sure to take it easy on those roadways. But Chris, it's likely that Mother Nature is going to melt away any snow that's on the ground with an overall warming trend in that 10-day.
Yeah, John, that's what I'm thinking. So when we wake up and it's close to 0 or single digits tomorrow, we do know that there's a warm-up ahead this weekend.
Yeah, hard to call 50 degrees a warm-up, but it's all relative. With how cold it's been lately, 50 will feel warm.
One of those days by the end of the weekend, you might see somebody in a short-sleeve T-shirt. You never know around Northwest Ohio.
Not going to be me.
All right, John, appreciate that update. 31 the high on Friday. Once the winds ease, it will turn a little nicer Friday afternoon. 37 Saturday, windy again into the weekend. And we're going to look at highs near 50 on Sunday. Low 50s early next week. Rain chances with another system Monday into Tuesday. But it should all be in the form of liquid. And then temperatures will drop back into the mid to upper 30s to around 40 to round out that 10-day forecast with a bit of a moderating trend into the middle of December.